All right. We're back for another episode of the City Podcast. This is episode 109.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
I'm your host, Tony, and I'm here with...
Your boy, Eric.
Hate that boy.
And
Roman.
real quick, just to get this anger issue coming on, we don't got no goddamn comments. We ain't gonna do that. If you want to leave a comment, go ahead and go to youtube.com/GrandMortgage. Drop a comment there and join our social media. We got Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Just search out GrandMortgage. You'll see our ugly mugs.
What happened? Did you guys get lives all of a sudden? I don't like this.
Or you can go the old school way. Roman, tell them what the old school way is.
Before this rage-filled episode, you could send your emails to citypod88@gmail.com. Eric.
citypod88@gmail.com.
We're mad at you. We're not taking it anymore.
Wow. Why did you abandon us comments?
I know, right? Wait, you guys didn't say your names, right?
Yeah.
That went real quick. I try to
The
make
rage
sure,
is blinding.
No, I try to make sure not to use that whole acronym shit.
Okay.
You guys don't like it. I'm just like, I'm not
help
gonna
it.
mess it up this time.
There you go. You're doing good, baby. You're doing good. Don't even worry about
I
it.
don't even know. And then you hit us with no comments this week. No Daniel, no Clarissa, no Mark.
All right, well then,
No emo?
okay. I'm the only. Apparently,
emos
I'm
either?
gonna be the sensible one in this fucking.
Which is weird because you usually hate a lot of things.
Yeah, but
He has an inner hate.
Yes, I didn't.
For-
We like to let the outer hate out.
You know
baby.
what?
I have an
If you
inner
got
hate.
hate in your heart, let it out.
I got inner hate, but it's mainly for myself because I don't really care
Oh
about
yeah,
it.
he is self-deprecating. He's
Yes.
not.
I guess,
he
like-
sells poops.
He's not deprecating. I guess that's what it is.
I'm chill right now, but
Oh, you
go
are.
ahead and fucking rage fill me. Maybe
I
I'll
heard,
get fucking
I
hopped up.
heard you have to drink a lot of decaffeinated, so you don't.
Wow,
Scratch that.
joke, yeah.
Did that make you angry?
No, that was just awful.
You know what?
I'm not a Republican, so I'm not upset.
Other than
What
this-
about decaffeinated? Is that a thing?
I thought you were talking about because you were like decaffeinated. I thought you were talking about the Colin Kaepernick, and I was like, why would I be upset about
Oh,
that?
I don't care about that. And I was like, yeah, go for
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
If you want to take your knee, take your knee. If you want
You know
to
what
take a stand,
you know what that
the
means?
fuck?
That just means Nike's gonna lower in price. Hooray!
I don't think so.
Yeah, probably not. There's still a lot of blacks that
No,
are for
dude,
it, and they
it's-
love that fucking.
It's not necessarily
Someone,
that. I think it's just people that they like their message, so they're gonna go with them.
Someone.
I don't like them. I mean, I'm wearing some right now, but I mean, the one thing I've noticed about Nikes is that they're not made for wide foot. They're not made for the fat foot. So
Oh no,
no,
that's you gotta go Vans, Papa. You gotta go Vans.
That's why it's meant for athletic people, and
white supremacists.
then I was gonna say just blacks. I have yet to meet a black person with a white foot. They got long feet. Oh, how they got long feet.
Nah, they have white feet, but they suffer the pain of to wear Nikes.
Nah, dude, they got long feet.
But
The length supersedes the width.
shut up. Just-
It's
but,
true.
I saw on Facebook someone put a Walmart certain
Oh yeah,
Nike jerseys
fucking.
for like $20.
Well, no, the thing was it was a
Kawhi
Spurs
Leonard?
jersey. Yeah, it was a Kawhi Leonard.
Those are
thing.
usually like $60-$70, aren't they? They were like really expensive jersey ones.
Not really. I mean, it's fucking
I don't buy jerseys because they don't make them my size.
40 bucks.
I just don't wear jerseys.
The only time I
I-
wore a jersey was back in like fucking 95, 96 when
The
I had
Jingle
the
era.
I had like the Detroit Piston one.
I had
my Supersonics. I had my Sean Kemp jersey. I had the whole outfit because I was gonna be Sean Kemp.
You remember
I
Sean Kemp?
can't honestly tell you I don't remember who the fuck the Pistons jersey was. I want to say Grant Hill, but I don't think he was ever played for the Pistons.
What?
Grant Hill, no,
Grant Hill?
no. Grant Hill.
Yeah.
No, he
What
wasn't a
was his
Piston.
name? The dude with the fro from the Pistons. That's what he was. That's what I remember.
I think it was a Booker T
Fuck up.
jersey.
Ben something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ben something. It was two of them that had
Yeah.
the same last name.
Yeah.
It was a dude with the fro that Eric liked. Forgot.
I don't remember.
Right.
I mean,
it
I
was
just-
an old prune. Prune's like, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. But where you at, Prune? You don't fucking comment.
Yeah, he's
Don't
busy
know.
living.
All right, now I'm pissed.
He's fucking.
That's what I was
he's
gonna
doing
say.
it.
Nothing really bothers you to that point, other than the small little things we do as like friends. You're like, I'm call you on your bullshit,
Yes.
but
I mean, the
like
thing.
world things that they don't get to you.
No, not at all.
Because it hardly affects his
But
life.
if I say, Row House sucks, it's like, look, motherfucker.
No,
didn't get
because
you,
because I explained to you that
You got trash taste.
no. I've explained to you that to be honest.
Look, I already got him. That's what
TBH.
He doesn't like you putting words in his mouth. Just cock.
When it comes to
you're supposed to be the sensible one.
when it comes to your opinions, like
And
all
all
I do
My opinions are always right.
what we do, or at least what I do, I don't know if anybody's actually trying to hurt you. When it comes to your opinions, I always just talk shit
Mark.
because all I'm trying to do is just get a laugh. That's all I'm doing.
Mark.
I don't know if Mark is trying to actually wound you in some way, or if Eric is.
Actually, we went poking hunting with Mark today, and we actually had a pretty decent conversation.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, he ended up inside my truck, and he's like,
"That's cute."
and then there's like, dude, I know how much of a gang mentality or a crew Pokemon Go is, but we saw it today. So we go raiding, right?
Throwing up the mystics.
I'll cut up real quick. I cut you off real quick. So you just say it it's for the funnies, right?
Yeah.
All right. Exactly. I was like, damn, I cut you off. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, no,
This anger rage.
go for it.
I don't know. Eric's trying to get my niece to play Go, and today was his only day off, which is probably why he's so goddamn angry too. So we took him to they go raiding for the legendaries. And he's like, he calls me up, and he calls Mara up. He's like, hey, man, we're at this park. Show up. I was like, all right. And he's like, I got a couple people showing up. I get you now, Roman. I get in there and park next to him. And Mark's already parked. And suddenly we just see fucking cars coming up, bang, bang. And then someone, like, blocks off where you can't move no more. Like, you're there.
They just got a gun loaded. They're like, y'all gonna raid.
And then the fucking Pokemon Go numbers go from 4 of us to I think was 22.
It was 18, 19.
19. Right?
And it sucks because I took my niece. We went to the first raid. It was a Regirock. There was only like 5 of us, and she was the 6-1, but she's too weak of a level to do any difference. So it's only 5. And what you need is at least 6 to 7 to run up on a nigga. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, my bad, crew. That's my fault. They're like, I hate wasting my pass. I was like, hey man, my bad. And he's like, nah, it's cool, dude. It's like you let us know that you were bringing someone else, but you know you forgot to mention they were level 8. I was like, yeah, I know. It's just a young up and comer trying to get into this, and they're like, all right, cool. They're like, we respect that, and I was like, cool.
Young blood.
Yeah.
But we pull up, and like me and Mark were just like I said, I don't know. It was raining. It was
They all
raining.
sounded like Waka Flocka, pow, pow, pow.
And we started going, damn, Mark, look this, because I've never been part of that.
Yeah.
I know me and you went to get a Regirock, and it was just like maybe 2 cars.
It was like 2 cars. Yeah,
There were
maybe.
6 cars, 6 to 7 cars. I shit you not.
Oh, filled to the rim.
Yeah, and
Nah, there's like 2 or maybe 3 people
and
in
I
each
go,
one.
Mark, check this shit out. And then Eric is like, roll out. He was calling shit. I was like, when did Eric become a shot caller of these nerds? What the fuck is going on? I was like, I'm a little scared. And so we go right next to the park. There's another raid. We go down the street. And
it's like a procession.
Yeah, dude. It's a fucking, it was an empty lot. And then you just see fucking cars start parking in lines. And I was like, what?
Just fucking skirt.
And then they take down the Pokemon, and then they just scatter. I was like, what the fuck? We just parted.
We were supposed to go to Woodlawn, so it was gonna be the 6 cars, and we're gonna hit up the 2 or 3 raids that were at Woodlawn. But bitch tits right here decided to fucking back out because he's like, I wanna go home. And then Mark's like, I could go, but let me go get my truck. And then I knew as soon as I let him into his truck, this nigga gonna roll off somewhere else because he's like, or if not, he was hungry. If anything, he was hungry, and I was like, well, you know what? We go to the raid, or we go eat. And he's like, I'm kind of hungry, and I was like, yeah, all right, I guess I could eat. And
so my birthday was last week, right? We didn't record City Pockets.
Yes, we did.
Oh, we had decided because we recorded it.
Yeah, you did
it on Friday.
You didn't release it on your birthday.
So I go get myself a new phone. This motherfucker's expensive. We're talking about a $900 phone. Going, oh man, this is gonna fix everything. I was like, fuck yeah. So I was like, I'm gonna play Pokemon Go because I've been having trouble with my phone. I thought it was a fucking phone. So I go and make this stupid purchase, which I was contemplating for a fucking week. Go, you don't need a new fucking phone, and especially you don't need this expensive ass phone.
Told you it's not
You're
about
broke.
a need.
You're a broke motherfucker. Stay in your lane. And Eric's like, nah, man. Real niggas go get this phone, no doubt. Just put it on your fucking credit. I was like, I don't want to do that.
Real nigga roll call.
All right, but you know what? I went against my better fucking judgment. I go get this motherfucking phone. I got the Note 9.
Hell
The
yeah.
hotness, right? Everybody's like the phone. I was like, cool. I'm gonna fucking play this game. Turns out it's not the motherfucking phone, but it's the goddamn company. Sprint doesn't get no fucking signal over here. Like, literally to the park where I go, my shit freezes. So now I'm here broke with expensive ass phone. Can't even play the fucking game that I want to play because I got the goddamn phone.
Which is funny because Sprint is one of the sponsors for Pokemon Go.
But guess what? You have to be at their goddamn store. And there's no Sprint on this side of town because they know better.
Yep.
They know Sprint
not
on the west side of...
Should have gone with Boost.
Should have gone with Boost. And I was like, man, dude, I was like, what the fuck? I can't even play the game. I have this goddamn phone. I don't even use the phone.
You know what the funny thing is about that? I'm pretty sure 3 or 4 of the people have Boost phones, and each phone they have a different account for Pokemon Go. So that's why you go call for air support. So you got spoofers, and then you got people that have multiple accounts that they go and they play on multiple accounts to help out with raids. That way they have a higher chance to get shinies or whatever. So on the chat I'm at you're like, okay, we here, we see who's coming in, then we give a time. Like, we're gonna jump in at, I don't know, like
Gang
fucking
mentality.
30, 40 minutes or at 3:55. At 3:55, right? And they're like, all right. And then you got to make sure if it's not enough people, you're like, any air support? And they'll be like, what's the location? You give them, you ask your phone what your location is. You give them longitude, latitude. Spoofers put it on there. Boom. They get there. They're like, all right, we here. And then you just fucking, where it's only like maybe 5, 6 people on one thing, you'll have like maybe 10 at the end of it. And fucking...
Yeah, it's a serious thing, dude. I know how serious
You
this
battle
thing
the
got.
Pokemon. And you know what, baby? It's only gonna get deeper and weirder when the fucking Mewtwo comes out for next week.
Alright,
You
so
know what?
the reason I couldn't go to Woodlands is because my
Okay.
phone froze. And my signal didn't work. So I was like, what's the fucking point of me driving over there,
Excuses.
right? With someone that... He was telling me, hey, man, I have a certain time limit because my girl's coming out. I was like, all right, cool. Respect that, you know? Relationships, whatever.
Technically, I had a time
So-
limit too.
So I was like, you know what? This is it. I went. I didn't catch a single motherfucking one. It was a Zapdos. Missed it because, you know, I can't Pokemon hunt, right? Then the Moltres, I didn't even get to fucking join the fight because my phone froze before the fight started. So I was fucking already fucking pissed. I was like, I'm done with this shit. I have expensive ass phone. Can't even play the goddamn game I wanted to play. So I was like, whatever. And this motherfucker's like, come on, bitch. And then I go, you know what? I'm just going to drop Mark off on the fucking... to where his truck is. I get fucking lost. I go through the back streets thinking, oh man, I don't have to go all the way to do the turnaround. You know,
He doesn't know the West, bruh.
And turns out this motherfucking hood had nothing but dead ends. I was like, where the fuck am I? And so I get lost. So we get back to the original park, and the fucking cop just keeps staring at us. And I keep telling Eric, hey man, the cop's gonna fucking come over here. He keeps fucking staring at us. It's like, I don't want troubles with the cop. I'm gonna go home. Because I have this thing where cops don't like me. And Eric's like, you know, it's because we're parked in like 4 different parking lots and shit.
Yeah, I didn't like park right next to him. I just parked like sideways, taking up 3
Like an
parking spots.
asshole.
Well, yeah, but it's an empty fuck. It's the YMCA and it's closed on Sundays, so there's
it looks
nobody
like
there.
a drug deal gone wrong.
No, because then you
And-
just pull out your phone and you're just like Pokemon, and they're like, oh, okay.
And then after,
Fucking nerd.
all I'm saying is after,
All you hear is the fucking cop go, Mystic. And you're like, swag, throw the M's.
So after today's Pokemon show, I was like, damn, Mark, I feel fucking dirty, but like, what the fuck just happened? It's like, hood mentality. Pokemon Go has gone hood.
I
always has.
But here's the thing. Like, I don't get it. Like, I play Pokemon specifically, and I'll get into y'all have ignited some salt in me about Destiny, but we'll get to that. When it comes to Pokemon, like, you, especially Eric, is like, dude, let's go fucking raid, let's go do this. I'm like, I this game is not that type of game for me. This game is just like a time waste.
When you're on location, right?
Yeah, if I'm anywhere, I'll open it up, see if there's anything, I'll close it. Eric is like, have it open, let's drive to the fucking north side, let's drive back down to the south side, and let's just fucking go all around. I'm like, that doesn't interest me at all. Because first of all, most of the time it's just in a car. And you can go to like a park and like walk around and shit like that.
Yeah, but it's been raining like a motherfucker over here.
Yeah, it seems fine. Like, that's something maybe I could do.
Yeah, yeah.
But when I know Eric's fucking method of Pokemon Go, and it's just in a truck, I'm just like, this isn't interesting to me anymore.
I mean, it's 50-50.
When it goes downtown, I know that y'all go there, and that's something I would want to do. Like, oh, let's go downtown, fucking, and Pokemon.
I've gone downtown, and there's certain parks where I can't reach the gym or the Pokestops. So I get off and I walk it.
Oh, his song is real. He's doing the real thing. He's like getting stats. He's getting completions. He's getting. He joined this group.
My Kanto region. I only need 4 more Pokemon to fill it up, and those are the regionals or 3 more Pokemon.
It looks like he's a shot caller, so he has that fucking bravado. Be like, you don't got what I got. You don't know what I do.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Oh, dude, but those people are worse. The ones that actually. I'm just like a junior level guy, dude. The ones that are right there, fucking, they got like 10, 7 of the fucking Zapdos, like 3, 4 of them are shinies, and they got shinies, everything. I was like, yeah, all right.
All right, so back to this one. All right, so it's raining. Having a shit day with Pokemon. Having a shit day with my fucking phone company. Turns out I'm broke with a specific phone that I don't fucking use because they can't do it, right? And then I started realizing. I just wasted like a quarter fucking tank of gas on nothing. Just going fucking circles around my neighborhoods catching invisible shit that I'm never gonna fucking use. Yeah. So I was like, man, fuck this. I stopped, got some snacks, came home. I come home and I was like, I'm irritated. I'm fucking I don't know why for these couple weeks I just been anger, like old school emo Tony anger.
Menses.
Where if you fucking tell me something, I'm gonna hit you or some shit. So I go, you know what? I was watching a Pokemon tournament, a card game.
Fucking nerd.
Right? And then I was like, this is fucking boring. I shut it off and I was like, you know, I'm just gonna fucking, you know what? I need a fucking nap. I'm old, I'm cranky, I need a fucking nap.
Fucking nap time.
So I go crash out for a little bit. And out of nowhere, you know, I got my nieces and nephews, they jump on me. And I was like, okay. They wake my ass up. I'm a little irritated by it, but you know I love my nieces and nephews, and they love me. They love me a lot. And I was like, whatever. So I get up. I'm like, I'm talking to the family. Everybody's here, and this is how angry I've been that what I did today, it wasn't even on me, but I did. All right, so we're in a group and family. Yeah. My sister's here, her kids. Her new husband, my brother's here. My mom has put my nephews and nieces on this allowance. Sundays is allowance day. Okay. So they come. And my older brother makes a comment to one of my nephews. He goes, he was waving around his money and shit. They're about to leave. That's another thing. They're about to fucking leave. So there's no reason for me to say anything, do anything. Because, hey, they're fucking kids and they're leaving. Yeah. So my older brother tells my oldest nephew, hey, don't be waving your money like that. Put it away, because this is a neighborhood. This is a hood neighborhood. People are going to steal your money if they see it like that. Life lesson, right? Growing up, telling a young cat, hey, man, you know.
Hide your money, young blood.
Don't be flashy.
Nothing fucking serious, right? So my nephew goes, you ain't the boss of me. You don't tell me what to do. And this ain't your house.
Oh.
I was like, motherfucker. And my brother has this thing where he's more hot-headed than me, but he knows they're kids, and my sister has this thing where you don't tell her kids what to do. So I was like, and he's just like, oh, you motherfucker. Whatever it did right now, so my other brother knows, he's like, oh, you motherfucker. I was like, cool. I ain't say shit. I call my nephew, right? I go my nephew, he go, hey, come here. I'll give you a hug goodbye. I give him that fucking too. So I give him a hug, and I gave him the master lock. And I told my brother, get him. Don't play fighting. Get him. We're pretending to fucking mess him up, right? He's like, oh, you don't fucking tell grown-ups anything like that. And we know we're just... And we don't see him crying, dude. We don't see him crying. And we don't see him saying, stop. Oh, I can't breathe, because he does that. He pretends he can't breathe. And he's crying. Then my sister's like, hey, motherfucker, stop. He's crying. I was like, huh? I go, and he's like, I don't like it. I go, you motherfuckers should be talking girls like that. And I go, and he goes, you don't tell me what to do. This in your house. Like, oh, you motherfuckers, oh, this ain't my house. Yeah, when you motherfuckers want to come over me, take care of you, now it's my house. But next time you fucking say that, you're going to be like, it ain't my house. I ain't going to take care of you. And everybody's like, what the fuck, Tony? Because I said this yelling. And I was banging on the table. And I was like, you fucking better tell your kid to watch his mouth. I was like, I caught myself. I was like, what the fuck?
Hell yeah.
And then my sister-in-law, my brother-in-law, and my sister and my brother's like, hey man, you want to go take that nap? I was like, huh?
Yes.
I snapped out of it. I was like, what the fuck happened? I felt bad. I was like, oh man, dude, I'm sorry.
Yeah, bitch, don't apologize.
You double down and you fucking give them black.
Oh no, they had left because they're like, all right, Tony, no, sorry. Shit.
Well, that's our cue. We're gonna split.
They left. I go, stop being a little pussy. Stop crying. Nothing happened to you. We ain't fucking do anything to you. We're playing with you.
He's bleeding from his arm because he scratched him with his fucking bracelet.
No, nothing happened. We're not gonna hurt him.
Yeah.
I go, tell your fucking kid stop being a pussy. Nothing happened to you. And I told my sister, I need you to calm down because nothing happened. And they left. I was like, my brother's like, hey, you alright? He's like, I don't know what the fuck happened, dude. I'm so sorry. He's like, yeah, it's cool. We're gonna leave. He left. And I was sitting at the table. I was like, what the fuck, Tony?
And then you're like, yeah, my house.
And I was like,
poke game.
you know what? Like, I haven't had soda in a while. I need that. But then I was remembering yesterday.
Okay.
This was today. Yesterday, I went out for a little bit. And I couldn't find nothing to do. I was like, oh, you guys were at work. John was at work.
Yeah.
He was like, what the fuck am I going to do? I irritated myself again. I was like, you know what? Fuck this. I went Pokemon Honey. Went to the shops, I wasted enough time where it'd be like, okay, I got out of the house enough.
Yeah.
I stopped at a gasoline station. I'm going to buy myself a soda and go home.
Yeah.
I get at the fucking gasoline station. It's raining again. I'm cool with the rain. Love the rain. Love the darkness, everything.
He loves blacks.
Right? I get down, right? And I see a couple. I know they're going to ask for fucking money. But the girl comes over. And I'm already fucking getting down. They haven't even gone to the store and come out.
Yeah.
Ugh, I hate that.
They usually hit you up on the way out.
Yeah,
All right? So this bitch comes to my fucking car and is like, hey man, can you spare some change? And she's gonna tell me this story over my child. I was like, look bitch. I told her this, look bitch, stop. I go, why don't you just fucking become a hooker?
Yeah.
And she goes, excuse you? I was like, yeah, you'll make more money if you fucking become a whore.
Yeah.
And she's like, I got more. I was like, oh bitch, what more you got? You begging me over here for fucking money.
Hell
and
yeah.
I go, and look, your fucking dude's there. Sell yourself.
Hell yeah.
And I go, I don't got time for you. And I walk into the fucking store. And I walk out, and they're not there no more.
Smart move.
Oh, my fucking...
My windshield's broken.
And I go, oh, man, poor dudes are in the fucking rain. And,
Nah, don't feel sorry for him.
And then I come home, and I come home and drink myself. And Eric comes in and is like, man, what the fuck, Eric? I go, what? It's like, I just told this fucking girl to become a hooker because she's begging for money, and she will be more.
And Eric pulled up a seat right next to you and says, "Tell me everything, girl."
Yeah, pretty much. No, I was eating. I got home. I was just like, man, I'm fucking tired. I'm hungry. I'm gonna play some Destiny. And he told me this story, and I was like, well, it's all right. It's a pretty good day.
I was like, what the fuck, Tony? I keep telling myself, hey, dude, this ain't who you is.
Oh, it's who you is.
It used to be like that. It used to be like no one could tell me anything because I would fucking go on a rant or I would fucking blow up or be like, But for a while there, I found what I call myself a zen moment. Like, I don't really care. Nothing's going to bother me.
Yeah.
But lately, everything's been to a point where I attacked Eric this morning. He was 7 rounds like, all right, bitch. So he goes to lay down in my room and I just go at him. And to a point he goes, dude, stop, my stomach hurts. I was like, fuck your stomach. And then, I caught myself. because my nieces were there.
First of all, I would have been alright if it was like attack. But this nigga knows I don't like if I'm getting hit, I'm alright with that. So he goes the other way and he starts tickling and tries to give me stomach kisses. That's fucking gross. He's a grown ass man.
I told my nieces to do it because they caught myself. I was like, oh, if we start fucking fighting right here, my nieces are in the way. One of them already started going, stop, I'm getting squished. I go,
I was fine with that. I was like, nigga, you in the splash zone.
Right? So I caught myself, what the fuck am I doing? And my nieces, I have my middle niece, she takes everything to heart. She's like, why are you fighting, Tony? I was like, oh shit. And I go,
black guy.
No, and she's like, hey, come here. I go, hey, you want to see Uncle Eric really mad? She's like, huh? It's like, this is what you do. You start tickling him. And he's like, stop it. And I mean, joking of it, you know. I go, and then she's like, okay, everything in the But lately, dude, I don't know what the fuck. And I just been angry. I don't know if it's the weather.
It's his low testosterone.
Low T.
He gets real anxious and angry and grumpy and sleepy.
You know what it is though? I think it sparked from a conversation I had with Daniel on my birthday. He's like, you know.
That's the worst part because Daniel's pretty drunk.
No, man, he laid some pretty good truths. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go back to school. I'm gonna try to better myself. We just had a really good conversation that it goes, you shouldn't be okay with where you're at now if you could be better. I was like, you know what?
I think they're gonna get married.
That's cool.
And I'll be like, okay. But me getting better is me being angry at the world. To motivate myself to fucking do something. Be like, oh man, I'm fucking bored with all this nerd shit. Time to go back to school. Alright, let's go. Let's get this. I'm fucking psyching myself up. It's just I'm just angry at people. And I was taking it out of them. But yeah, been a couple angry days for me. And I was like, God damn it. To the point where I was like, I'm not even gonna do the fucking podcast. Fuck that shit. But you told me, hey, let's do Comic Corner. And it's like, man, I really like this nerd shit.
This nerd shit's awesome, bro.
It calms me down.
Nerd shit
Fucking
life. Nerd shit love.
Podcasts, reading comics, card games. Shit, dude, yesterday I was making decks, separating cards till like 3 o'clock in the morning. I didn't even realize what time it was until he told me, hey, man, I think you guys were destining out.
Yeah.
That's when I screamed at him, bring me a cup of water. Next thing I know, bitch is sleeping. And I was like,
I don't know.
You.
When he goes, hey, I need water. I'm like, what the fuck time is it? I was like, oh, shit's like 2:30 in the morning. What the fuck am I doing? I'm like, I'm a grown ass man. I get back half asleep, but no.
And speaking about nerd shit, it's bringing me back in Magic. Because
I made 2 Magic decks.
After we were playing Magic, we were playing Destiny yesterday, and I was like, man, I just need something to fall asleep to. Somebody talking usually like does that, or I can just fall asleep. And I was like, let me check Twitch, and I was trying to look for like Destiny stuff, but like the raid was happening, people were still doing the raid. That leads me to some salt that I'll talk about in a bit. But when it comes to I was just like, oh, I still follow Magic on Twitch. I was like, let me check this out. And I was checking it out. It was modern. I was like, all right, like I'm seeing how this stuff happens. All right.
There's a couple of YouTube creators, what the fuck it is. They're reviewing the Returns of Ravnica.
Okay.
That should put you to sleep.
All right.
Why is it because it's boring?
No, it's filled with good stuff, but they're just talking cards. So if you're tired laying down, that shit'll put you to sleep.
That new Planeswalker, the Raw, the blue-red one, looks fucking tight as fuck. That's something I can build.
Is he like a liquidy form dude?
No. He's a dude that you've seen before. He's been.
Is he that wizard?
Yeah, he's the wizard, the red blue wizard.
Oh,
but yeah, Magic's been. I made 2 dimensions that have elves and a goblin deck.
Yeah.
Just like I was like, okay, it's time to play cards again.
So yeah, and that's the whole thing. But like, that was pulling me in where I was watching some modern, and I was like, all right, I can get down on this. But the thing that fucking pissed me off, and Eric will know this, 'cause he's the reason why, is, you know what, yesterday at work, I was listening to Harry Potter. I've been fucking binging,
what book are you in now?
The Order of the Phoenix.
Oh, the good one.
Yeah, so it's real good. I'm like more than halfway through it, and it's only been 2 days. But the thing is, the Audible app, Like I don't want it. I just download it to my phone, but I still don't want it to be on, so I don't get messages and everything.
Yeah.
And I turned it off. I put it on airplane mode, and I'm just listening, and I'm listening.
Oh,
listening.
You can do
Yeah. Just put it on airplane mode. You won't get anything. You can't go to any internet or anything. Just if you're gonna listen to something, you can concentrate on it.
So whatever you had downloaded, you can play. Okay.
So that's what I was doing with Harry Potter. And then I'm going to check my order. So, like, I turned my phone back on, just looking at notifications. Eric is like, hey, man, you good? And I was like, what? And, like, I was like, did somebody fucking die or something? Why is he saying, like, you good? Like, you all right? And I was like, yeah, what's up? And I was like, oh, I was just listening to Harry Potter. And he was like, dude, we were on the right road to fucking on the raid, and I was like, God damn it, Eric, because on Destiny, the raid just came out on Friday, and we were trying to like we just went in to like kind of test it out, like
just to tip.
Yeah, just to tip it. You know what I mean? Just to see what the first room was all about, and we were like guessing like, oh, okay, what's the mechanic here? Okay, kind of we're piecing it together.
Yeah, you're figuring out the game.
Exactly. And then Eric's like, we were on the right thing. All we got to do is this. And I was like, you motherfucker. And then we had this conversation where I was convinced that he was like, you looked up the whole rate, didn't you? And he was
you
just
don't
like,
do it?
no.
You
like
don't
He doesn't.
I don't.
He doesn't.
And that's the thing is, this has come to a conclusion. I don't think I can fucking first raid with Eric. I can never do it.
You want to do a surprise?
I love the raids and like having to figure out the mechanics. That's like most of the fun for me.
So you're in for the gaming. Eric's in for the glory.
Eric just wants the loot.
I want the
Eric
loot.
will watch YouTube videos just to see what it's done.
Exactly.
So no surprises. Surprises.
Yeah,
Well, it's not even surprises. It's just
he. Okay, here's
look
the thing.
like if we were serious about it, I would have been serious about the raid. Like be ready. Like because I know raids take a while.
So you beat Pokemon Go.
And we were, when you go into the raid, you're expecting to have maybe 5-6 hours minimum in playtime.
Fuck, that long?
Some of them.
That was like the old raids.
Yes, but I'll give you some information later.
So it's like 5 to 6 hours, and that's mostly because half the time you're spending looking around the room, seeing if you can find any secret treasure or hidden loots or hidden little something, right? So that'll expand the story. And 2 is once you get to the bosses or the mechanics of the thing, you got to find out how to do it, what each thing means, and see how to progress through the thing to finish the boss or finish the mini boss. And so that's all fine and dandy. That's cool. Like you'll die a lot because now they make it to where you can only die. Each person only can revive a person one time, and once you, yeah. So that's tough, and then let alone light levels. Yeah, you have to be at a certain level. Like bare minimum is 550. Nobody's near that, or somewhere like 20 points under.
So you want to cut off all that by watching YouTube videos?
Huh?
You want to cut off all that?
No. Well, yeah, I want to shorten that time span a little bit, so that way we go in there knowing what we have to do, get to it, still enjoy it, because I still enjoy fucking taking out ads, taking out the boss, figuring that shit out. I mean, not figuring it, but working that shit out.
Yeah,
that's cool.
You like working that.
And I like doing that.
For me, I fucking love that. I love going in. Well, it's just going in blind. You know what I mean? Like not knowing anything.
I think I just hate dying over and over and over and over.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing is like, Eric is not about that. He's not about like.
Although Eric has no, I don't understand how he likes Pokemon Go. He has no patience for video games.
Like Eric, I know with Eric like
patient with certain video games.
With Eric and Destiny, he's sort of interested in the story. Doesn't really care about the raid per se. I know he never really cares about the raids. He cares about like, ooh, what's that gun? I want to get that gun.
So he's about the loot.
Yes, for me, like I would love to get that, but for me, it's about like figuring out like the mechanics of it.
So you're about the completion of the game.
Yes, I'm very much of like.
He likes puzzles. I like action.
Exactly. I'm like, let's fucking put our heads together. Let's fucking figure it out.
And there comes like, hey Roman, I know what to do. Follow me, fam.
Well,
yeah.
No, the main thing is the main thing is when we were doing it, we were trying it out. We're like, okay, one, we were down a person.
Yeah, we
So
only had
you
5
need
instead of
6, you need
so-
5. Two, we figured the little part out that, you know, you stand on certain things, you kill the knights, but they don't know what to do after the fact. Because we were still getting wiped out. Well, one, people were dying way too much because anything there could almost one hit kill you. So that's annoying. So you can never really figure out anything because you're just too weak.
I just figured out what annoys him and makes him mad about a game is the shit you like. And the shit that he likes about the game is the reason you get mad and annoyed.
What made me mad is just like, look, man, we went in like blind, and like, I was like, wasn't that fun? Like, well, for me that was fun. Like, I was having fun. Brian was having fun. Thomas, cool. Henry, like everybody seemed to have fun, like trying to figure it out. The only one that and Eric, I noticed, wasn't chiming in all that much.
Well, that's because mostly, for some reason, when we're in the group chat, I can't hear a certain person. I have no idea what's fucking going on.
Probably has you muted.
Like, I don't know what's going on. Like,
you gotta miss your sentence.
Well, I don't know. It's always been that way. Like, when I'm playing, I hear Brian or Roman talking to somebody, and then they're just laughing, and I'm like, what the fuck's so funny? And I was like, I don't get it.
Well, would you let me use
and
your jokes?
And so when it came time to the raid, I figured one thing out, and I was like, you know what? Maybe we got to do this. But the problem was, I heard Brian laughing out of nowhere because apparently I was talking at the same time the other person was talking, and they didn't know who to listen to.
Yeah.
But we were pretty much saying the same damn thing.
I think that's just settings. You gotta mess your settings.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's weird, or maybe you just.
Well, no, but the thing is that only one side of the headset works. It doesn't take both. I thought for some reason those would have been like surround sounds, like I could hear the game and I could. I don't hear shit. It's just one thing. No, maybe. And so then
that's the headset I use to play Overwatch and Monster Hunter, and you have the whole thing.
Maybe I gotta fix it. I don't know. But main thing is, I was just like, I have no fucking idea what they're laughing and who keeps on talking. Like, they're having a conversation. I'm like, oh, okay. I was like, that's weird. Roman only chimes in every once in a while, but.
So you're feeling fifth wheel of this group?
Not necessarily. I just like. In the raid, communication is key. It is the most key thing, because you're gonna figure out where you're gonna shoot, where you're gonna go, and where everybody's at. Yeah. And if I can't hear the other fucking person, because out of nowhere they're like, oh, maybe you should unmute something, or then I heard this other voice. I was like, who the fuck is this? Someone popped up, and we worked it out and whatever. We were going through it, but we were still getting wiped out, and I was just like, all right, well, you know what? I'm just gonna look up some. I'm pretty sure there's a guide somewhere on there. Oh yeah, there's always a guide.
Day one dudes that stay up so that day.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Whenever the raid comes up, Bungie always has world's first. Like, it's like world's first team completes the raid.
I saw that on Twitter. They actually give prizes on this shit.
Well, now
this is the first time.
This is the first time. They're actually giving out championship belts, like wrestling belts.
Which you want one, don't you?
I want one so bad.
And it's cool because it has a raid thing, which is like a half crown with the skull and the sword going through it.
Which Eric now wants one too.
Oh, that shit looks sweet.
It's awesome, but they've already said, like, this is only for the world's first, so it's the first 6 people. Most of those raids, like the first time around, tend to be like 6, 8, 9, 10 hours. This one was 19 hours.
19 hours of continuous play.
So, like, it was...
That's dedication.
That is dedication. And they said, like, this is the hardest raid we've ever built. Like, okay, what they do with raids, and they've said it before, is we start with the prestige raid. Like, the hard mode of the raid, and then we turn it down so that we know it's the normal one. And we tweak that one, right? But we start off with the hard one. Knowing that they started off with the hard one for this, and they're like, no, there's still a harder one. Even though this one took you 19 hours, and now it's going to take, people are going to get it down to 6, whatever. Even 4 hours sometimes.
Yeah, because you're taking people that watch the YouTube videos.
People that watch the YouTube videos are going to find out better strategies and all that kind of stuff.
Or they have better weapon loadouts.
Yeah, they're going to have better weapon loadouts. All this kind of stuff, all the strategy. The thing is, that's the part of the game that appeals to me. It's just like, doing the puzzle mechanics. Like my favorite raid so far that I've done was King's Fall.
Was there part of the crew then?
No, Eric wasn't part of the crew. But that's the thing
why.
well, here's the thing. D1, I wasn't in the crew. He was with his, and he would tell me, "Hey, we could try this," but I was never on at the same time they were, because that's when I was working overnight.
You were a Han Solo in it.
Yeah, and I figured you can't go into the raid by yourself because you're gonna die.
Yeah,
It's specific for a group thing.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, in Destiny 1, I never did any of the raids because I think it was like 3 different ones.
No, there was 1, 2, 3, 4 of them.
You were about that life.
And then with Destiny 2, the first raid we had, which was the Eater of Worlds, that's when we finally had the fire team, the group, the clan, which is 3 opponents down. R.I.P.
Yeah, real.
And the cool thing with that is, I finally had 6 people we could get in there.
Finally had friends.
But the only problem with that was 2 or 3 of those people were too weak to join. The other 2 were not as enthusiastic. They didn't like the puzzle things.
So it was just you and Roman.
And it was me, Roman, and that's 2, 4,
It was just
6.
me and you that was like super into like, let's fucking do this raid. We gotta figure this out.
And everybody else, it always sounded like there was some communication, but not too much communication, and it was always people that were like too fucking tired to play.
Yeah. So before we make this podcast, the half podcast about this, what I'm hearing is that you trusted Eric and he broke that trust.
No, because
he expected it.
Because like I was like, as soon as he said oh, we were on the right track, I was like, fuck, man.
You watched it.
Yeah, he was like, he watched it. He already knows what to do, and I was like,
only for the first part.
Well,
then
you said
and then he told me, don't look up the whole fucking thing, and I was like, fine, I won't. But then I saw that like the second part was there, and I was like, wow, to get a little taste.
See, and that's the thing, like that's what ruined the first raid for Destiny 2. That's what ruined it for me, because it was me, Brian, and a few other guys, right? Mm-hmm. And like we were in this room there. It's called the dog room. So we were trying to do that, and we were trying to figure out like, okay, what are we doing?
And then Eric comes in.
No, it wasn't Eric. It was some other dude. Some other fuck that was just like, oh, hold on, I'm looking it up right now how to do it, and I was like, it zapped like all of my excitement for the raid, because I was just like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Suddenly he fucking excommunicado.
And it was funny because he went with that group, then I went with the other group, the rest of the 3OD, and we got to it, and we're like, oh, I was like, do we do certain things? They're like, yeah. Found out you don't have to kill anything, and the other guy's like, well, let me look it up real quick, and we're like, all right, cool. So we kind of waited, found out what we had to do. It was still challenging to do because we didn't get to do it at all, because again, there was too little weak people, and we're like, hell yeah, let's fucking do it. And then just the whole process of going through it, still fun as fuck. We enjoyed it, even though we knew we had to kill certain ones and get to it. At that time, my character was strong enough that I could take out one dog by myself the whole time.
That's the thing, though. It's opinions, though. It was fun for you.
Everybody else had fun. I mean, everybody else had fun, but they hated it because they kept on dying because we couldn't finish it because they were just too weak.
Roman's meaning of fun is a whole different book.
Yeah, but here's the thing. When we were playing with the 3OD crew, I'll be honest with you, that fucking crew sucks because, like, nobody really, like, nobody knew. I don't know if they didn't know what to expect with a raid, and like I tried to like prepare them for it, like kind of like explain like, oh, this is what you generally want to do.
That's what it sounds like. No one invested the time in it.
But and it's not even that, because like there's people that invest way more time than me, and I'll never be that. But
which you guys should, because I heard that Destiny's gonna be competitive soon.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, they have competitive play on there.
There was a rumor that there's gonna be actual tournaments for Destiny.
That'd be nice.
But when it comes to like what a raid is it's a completely different thing, and I don't expect everybody to be like good at the PvP, like the multiplayer aspect. Like that's a hard thing. Even I'm not that great at it. So like I understand. But like the PvE is like all story. Like you should be able to take out like all these enemies because it's just wave and wave of enemies.
Yeah.
And like once you kind of know the flow of things and you figure stuff out, it's like okay, we know what you do. Let's just tighten it up. Let's just tighten it up.
Muscle memory.
Exactly, and that's what like those raids are. That's why it's so fun. But every time that I've had somebody just explain what you do, it just kind of zaps the fun away because it's just like, well, the biggest part to this raid, like what makes it for me is just trying to figure out what the fuck to do.
Overcoming the challenges.
Exactly, and then you figure out what you do, and you're like, okay, let's tighten up, let's tighten that up, let's tighten that up, and then eventually you're just like it clicks, and you're done. So
Eric doesn't like repetitiveness, dude. I'm telling you this. He does not like to repeat this. That's the reason he doesn't play fighting games like you do.
Yeah.
That's why he doesn't put time into them. Because the whole repetitive stuff, he doesn't like it.
But, I mean, that's the thing. Like, that's just me. So, like, knowing Eric, like, knowing the way that he's going to do raids, I'm just going to find a different raid crew to do it the first time.
Ouch.
That kind of understands, like, I just want to do this, and I want to do it
To
blind.
be fair, even though I don't like it, I'm always down because, one, I can't find help anywhere else. And two, if they're doing it, I'm going to stay fucking quiet and I'm just going to kill stuff. And I'm just going to stay in the back. I could do that. Let them figure it out and tell me what to do.
But
yeah, tell Eric, shut up. Tell Eric, hey man, I need you to stay quiet for this one. Just follow orders. Look alright.
I can do that.
Because, now this is the thing.
Okay.
Say you do the raid with someone else that's not him.
Mm-hmm.
He gets butthurt for that. You know that, right? He actually hurts, and he's like, oh, and you already said, hey Eric, I already did this. Oh, you already did this? Cool. And suddenly he's like, I don't want to play, man.
Like,
or he'll pretend he falls asleep. Yes, I said pretend because he's crying. He's like, oh.
I don't know about crying, but I'll just do something else. Watch TV.
Like, the thing is, like, honestly, and that's the thing is, like, it didn't. I was upset by it, but I wasn't like motherfucker. I was just kind of like, God damn it. Because here's the thing.
Oh man, this is a fucking grown up man. I'm not mad at you. I just
the way I figure it out is one, I know what to do. I'm gonna let them do whatever the fuck they want, or let them try and figure it out. But it's gonna piss me off when I'm like, oh, I know exactly what we gotta do, but I see them keep on doing the same fucking mistake, and then eventually a little bit, and then I'll be like, you know what? I'm just gonna sit here and watch them do their stuff.
But
and then I'll join
like,
in.
Hey man, your homeboy's not putting his end.
Yeah.
Oh, so, I'll be like, oh, well, we could do this, and I could do that. I could pretend like I'm like, oh, how about
you're
that?
You're not good at words. You'd be like, hey man, how about we just do this? Suddenly Roman's like, you motherfucker, you already saw this. You'd be like,
first of all,
but all I did was watch.
I know.
You'd be like, yeah, I did.
I know Eric
all I did was I watched the first two. That's it. I ain't seen no third one. Although there have been secrets for the fourth one where people showed the end of the thing. And the fourth fucking boss is one of the biggest bosses ever.
See, this is how
and I don't even know how they did it. And I was just like, that looks fucking badass. Because they had this thing since they finished the thing. The raids first, they already did that. A lot of the stuff in the game changed. Like when we played Gambit yesterday, it was in a new map. And that map looked fucking awesome. I was like, oh. So it unlocked a bunch of shit. And that's just the stuff I went and looked at.
This is how it's going to go down. He's gonna watch secretly, not tell you. Then you guys gonna start playing. He's gonna think he's clever, staying behind, and he's like, and someone's like, "Hey man, what the fuck we do?" He's like, "How about we try this?" And that's gonna click into Roman, like, "Motherfucker, did you watch this?" And there's like, "Yeah, I did, homie." And
see, and that's why I'm just like, when we play it the first time, like the first time we go into a raid, that's why I want to go in blind. But I want y'all to have fun, and that's not your idea of fun. I know it's not, because I know
Friends.
I just want the fucking loot.
Exactly.
That's all I care.
So
you have your fun. I have my fun once I get that new shotgun, armor, or whatever.
That's what I'm saying. It's just like, when it comes down to like the first time
and
here's the
problem. He'll be cool with doing raids all over again. The people that helped him out, they won't do the raids all over again. Because we tried. Yeah, because next thing I know, I'm fucked, and I don't get any weapons. Because I didn't get to fucking go in there blind, just looking at whatever, instead of fucking just going in and doing it.
Can we just be friends?
Because that's what happened. In fact, I even found when the first raid came out, I found out you could go underneath the belly, you could skip all the things, and you could hit up the chest. It's still kind of hard to do. And I was like, cool. I tried that by myself. I only got so far because I forgot to go left or right. And I was like, all right, whatever. And then I tried taking some other people, and we kind of did it, and we got one of the loots. But, you know, two of them were high, and they forgot to go how to work back. The same person that helped us to do the underground thing. Fucking, I told Roman, I was like, hey man, we could check it out. We could go through here and we could see the maps. He's like, cool, like, no, but we never knew. I didn't know how to do any of the raid. So when we went in, I was going at it blind too. But I was just like, fuck it, whatever. And then we started doing it. And then as soon as we fucking decided to jump in again with the 3OD, and we went through the first thing, then we went through the second thing, and we were doing good. We're just like, fuck yeah. The only problem is once you do the raid and you haven't completed it, so you don't really get to start over again. It's just kind of like small checkpoints you hit. You don't get any of the fucking weapons from the big chest.
Yeah, because you already have it.
Yeah. So I was just like, ugh.
So for this 3OD segment, I found out Roman gets salty because they ruined shit. And Eric gets salty. I ain't ruined shit. And Eric gets salty because, you know, no one tells Eric what to do.
Because I'm lonely.
But that's the thing is, like, we're in the fucking thing. Like, I even tell you, like, I told you yesterday, and for some reason, you didn't do it.
What?
Because you were like, oh, like, let's do some strikes and gambit. And I was like, I'm trying to do this one thing right now. Go ahead and link up with Brian. He's on right now. Like, go talk to him. He's part of the fucking group. Go talk to him.
No one tells Eric what to do.
The group thing, but when he told me this, I was like, I gotta try and do some of the strikes. I already started the strike by myself, which I know I could do by myself on, which was like the doing heroic missions thing. Mm-hmm. It's a small thing. It's not the main strike. I was gonna get to the main strike, you know, and I was gonna get Brian, because I was just playing without the headset. Yeah. I was texting him. I don't have Brian's number. I know we could hit him up through text through the PS4, but
why don't you have the headset on?
Because I was just laying down. I didn't think we were gonna do anything. Because I saw that they were like, I text Rome, we doing raid today? Because I was gonna buy some more snacks and some more water, and he's like, nah, it doesn't look like it. I was like, all right, cool. So then maybe I don't have to be in a party with them. I'm just gonna fucking try and level up myself.
Wrong.
And apparently, like
he told me this, and I was just like, cool.
Here's the thing. I told him that, and then I told Brian that. I was just like, Brian had told me, like, hey, you want to help me with this? I was like, I'm trying to do this. I told him both the same thing. I'm trying to do this one specific thing that I will be useless if I go with y'all. Like, I'm trying to do this one specific thing.
And I told them to hook up to each other. They don't fucking
And I even told Brian, like, hey, Brian, link up with Eric. Fucking y'all do the strikes. Y'all get it. And then once I get this done, we'll go in. We'll do whatever you need to do, and let's go play some Crucible Gambit, whatever the fuck. I'm
no one fucking listens.
And no one did it. And then and I was just like, well, I guess I'm gonna create a party so that everybody can talk to each other.
Exactly. Because if you're not in a party, it doesn't fucking matter. Because what's the first thing when we joined up? I had to get out of mid of the fucking thing, and we joined the party. And the first thing Brian says is like, "Oh, I was gonna go get taquitos," and I was like, "See, I fucking knew. I was gonna give him time." Because I was like, this dude probably got it on from what I saw. And I was like, he's probably just going to eat something. Eat something, right? And it's like, it's what I would do. It's what I did. I ate before I fucking played. Yeah. But, other people are different.
Real gamers don't eat while they game or before they game.
It's really hard for me to do that.
Yeah, so
I did it. And
I tried doing it. I never understood how people be like playing fighting games and eating sandwiches.
Yeah.
Or they go to tournaments and eat. Like card tournaments, any kind of video game tournaments. I can't have food and pay attention to a game.
Yes.
It doesn't work, even because in breaks. Because say you have a cutscene, you're fucking chewing on something, and then the cutscene ends, you're gonna get shit on your controller. Yeah. That was gonna fucking piss somebody off.
I was eating some ramen, you know what I mean? I was eating some ramen. I was like, hell yeah, let's get some. And it was between like matches, and it was between deaths and shit, where I was just like shoveling food. And I was like, this isn't enjoyable on both of these things.
And then
I have a good time.
Say you're in your fucking group chat, right? You're in group chat. Yeah. Now you have mute him, and you forget to mute, and then you're like, I can't. Why no one talking? Or you have that fucking sound of crunching. Like when we used to play with fucking John, that shit annoyed the fuck out of me when you hear.
It was funny because there's two people eating chips that
or you hear the rough lead, and you just hear them go. I was like, what the fuck? put the mic up. At least that's an unreview.
Yeah.
Alright, and then you have the other instances where they're fucking have drinks and shit around controllers. I had a brand new fucking controller. He spilled soda all over it.
Bitch, you did.
I was like, what the fuck, Eric? It's like brand new controller. He's like, maybe I shouldn't be drinking around the controllers.
Yeah,
it's like, sounds like a good fucking idea, right?
Sounds like an Eric move.
You know what sounded like a good idea? Fucking Hell in a Cell.
Let's get to the signature.
Let's get your signature.
What happened?
Signature corner. What
why,
the fuck happened? Why are you so angry?
Yeah, because we're recording Comic Corner right before this.
You and Juan were upset.
Right? Eric comes in and you know, of course, we had to pause the podcast. And he just like, he looked like he was steaming. He's like,
he looked frustrated.
I thought he had to go restroom. Turns out he was just frustrated. Lay it out, Papa.
So today was a pretty good day.
Okay.
Right? Woke up, ate breakfast, went poke hunting, got some Pokemon. I didn't get to go eat with my mijo because he had to go see his girlfriend. And he was like, well, maybe we could eat nama ramen or pho. I was like, ooh, pho sounding real good. It was like around 3:30. I knew I had to leave by like 4 something, close to 5 to meet up and get the ticket. So I was in a little bit of time. And he goes, you know, before we left, because Tony said we went to Woodlawn. Instead of going to Woodlawn, we went, and I was like, well, there's another raid over there by Finks in West Avenue.
Yeah.
I was like, it's in Articuno.
Which he got the ding wrong too and fucking pissed me off. He's like, it's right here in St. Mary's. He's like, oh, I can go to St. Mary's. He's like, no, it's all the way to fucking West Avenue and 410. I was like,
He didn't let me finish it. The groups, like 4 or 5 people talking at one time.
Yeah.
And I got to decipher who's going where. So I saw there's one that they were going to Woodlawn, and then they were going to go to St. Mary's. And then this other chick goes, there's an Articuno right now, popping on. We got like 30 minutes. I was like, over here on West Avenue, and I was like, ooh, I can make that. Because from where we're at, you just hit 410, boom, you're there. Yeah. So I tell Tony, it's by Finks. I know he could go to Finks because that's where he goes and he buys his cigars and he has his gay time with older men.
Jealous.
And it's right across the street. It's the church right across the street. Yeah. I was like, let's go. Fucking you take your truck, Mark will take his truck, and then probably go pick up his baby girl and do whatever, right? And I'll go, I got my niece, we'll go over there, and then we could go eat. And Mark's like, oh, yeah, let's go hit up that Articuno, because he didn't have any of the legendary birds, and he caught all 3 today. Which, you know, by the way, fuck him too, because I didn't get to catch the Articuno. He did. Main thing is, so I was like, all right, dude. It was like, let's go eat pho. Okay. And he was waiting outside the truck because he got off and he walked up to my truck instead of staying in his truck. And he goes, is it possible we could get nama ramen because it's closer to their house or where they're at, their apartment or whatever it is they're living in? And I was like, yeah, sure. Why not? I was like, I want pho, but fuck it. Ramen and sushi is pretty good too.
It's the same shit as pho.
No.
Anyways.
So I was like, sure. And he goes, wait, can you check if Nama Ramen's open? I was like, sure, you got a phone in your hand, but fine, I'll check it.
Well, credit to him, his phone's a piece of shit.
True. So I checked, Nama Ramen's closed today. Okay. And I was like, well, fuck. Pho then? He's like, yeah, okay. He's like, she's probably at home, fucking, yeah, I could, either he was going to pick her up and meet me over there, or he's going to say, fuck it, let's go over there and eat. And then I'll go back to her. Okay. Next thing I know, he goes, never mind, you're going to have to go to pho by yourself because something happened. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, is she okay? Is she getting in a car wreck or something? Because he told me she's not the best driver, especially in the rain. And I was like, oh, okay. He was like, nah, something popped up. I got to go. It's me and my niece. She won't stop talking about how she hates herself because I fucked up and I used the first raid pass. We didn't have enough people and we wasted it. And she could have used it when I had like 20 people. And she's like, I can't find a raid. And the whole time I was like, you know what? It's okay. You got your uncle with you and he's got a credit card. I can put my information on your shit, buy it, and you can't fucking, you can't click on it unless I say so or your dad says so after that. Turns out his dad has it like super fucking secured on that phone.
That's what you're supposed to have for these kids.
She's 13.
You gotta secure everything.
Whatever. I don't think so.
Real quick before we get to the story, there was a conversation between my niece, Eric, and Mark and me that was fucking funny.
Okay.
So she's trying to get to the game,
Okay.
She took over a gym, right? And she left her gas leak in there. And she goes, man, who the freaking killed my gas leak? I'm gonna punch him real life. So Eric tells him, Mark killed your freaking gas leak. She's gonna punch her. So we're outside, we're chilling in the rain. I go, she's talking mad shit. But we're having a conversation. And I go, hey, I thought you were gonna punch Mark in real life. She's like, no, I'm good.
Because I told her, I was like, oh, you know what? It probably wasn't Mark. It was this guy who told me on the group chat. He's like, man, what the fuck, Eric? You keep taking over my gyms. And this is the guy who spoofs because I guess he doesn't have his own ride. And I'm like, my bad, dog. Leveling up my niece. Fucking, that's how it goes. I was like, what? Huh? Yeah, man, I did.
And all you hear is like, I hear my nieces go, punch you in real life.
Everybody
like,
else is laughing. She's like, man, it's fucking bullshit. It's like, I hate people. I want to kill whoever killed my gas leak. And I was like, oh, you talking real shit. I was like, you need to calm the fuck down. She's like, no, this is freaking stupid. My gas leak. She calls it gas leak. And I was like, it's gas leak. She's like, gas leak.
Oh, no, she named it.
I was like, oh.
Dude, she named all her favorite Pokemon weird names.
Yeah.
It's fucking funny
Like, you can give them nicknames. So, San True is San whatever. And it's like the word San. And like one of those emoji faces is like, whatever. And I was just like, give them side eyes. I was like, that's fucking stupid. That's funny at the same time.
You can tell that her and her sister work on these names. Because her little sister like pun jokes. All the names are fucking weird.
A good amount of them are fucking. She's like, Geodude's like, Geo Awesome. I was like,
not even trying. You suck.
Oh, no, the best
she
one.
would call it whatever she likes. And she's like, gas leak, gas leak.
The Teddy Ursa. She calls him the Teddy hugs him. I was like, oh, that's hella cute. Anyways, I was just
Punch no matter where they're from.
Oh, puns are great. I love
I
them.
just thought it was funny because we're having a conversation about a cop looking at us, missing the fucking legends, and all you hear her go, "What the freak? I'm gonna kill whoever's killing my Pokemon." And I was like, "There's like it's probably Mark," and Mark's like, "Probably." He's like, "Oh, you in real life?" Mark's right there. I was like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Yeah, that was funny.
So
anyways, I'm like, all right, fuck it. He's left his way and I was going my way. And as we're going, she's like, man, I can't believe I don't have oh, right. So I'm looking on her phone and I'm trying to find a way to fucking put my information under so I can get her some raid passes. Because on the way here and there, there's bound to be a 1 level or a 2 level. And I could take out 2 levels by myself. So I could just let her join in whenever I'm close to killing it. Like, join in, and then back out, and then you can rejoin. That way you're already in there. Yeah. So when I'm close to killing, I'll be like, okay, I'll stop attacking. The 1 levels don't do shit to my Pokemon. And I'll be join in. We kill them off together. She gets her shit. She gets her golden raspberry. She gets her XP. All that good shit. And, we move on. But I was getting pissed with that fucking phone because everything's blocked. Block this, block that. You need your dad. And I was like, man, fuck your dad. He's a fucking piece of shit because I know he ain't going to put shit on here because he didn't want you spending money. Even though it's my fucking money that I'm going to put on here. And she was just like, oh, calm down there. I was like, no, fuck your dad. I hate him. And she's like, I was like, I'm going to kill him in real life. And she's like, whoa, that's my dad though.
Hey, big guy.
And I was just like, fuck it, whatever.
Dude, my older brother went on a rant on the other day, and she goes, hey, big guy, you better calm down. And it got to a point where he's like, no, because we're arguing, we're conversating, but we got mad at the same thing. Yeah. And she's just walking by, and she goes, hey, big guy, that's what you get, you better calm down. And it gets to a point where we're like, the fuck she saying? We're just acting like, hey, big guy, you better calm down.
And it was funny because I heard it. I was in the room next to them, right? And all I heard was like, did she just call one of y'all big guys? She's like, hey, big guy, calm that shit down. I thought it was fucking hilarious.
Aaron reminds me of the little Joker from the next Friday. I don't like locked doors.
Yeah, dude. I was like, fucking open everything, bro. So anyways,
Fucking consequences.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh no, he's like, why do you have codes on your phone? Because he was trying to take my phone the other day to raid. I
Yeah.
don't want you to get into my shit, or my niece is getting into my shit.
Yeah.
Because eBay and everything's tied to my credit card.
Yeah.
But he's like, no, I gotta be like me, no codes, no nothing. I was like, nah, nigga, no. He's like, all you gonna see is titties. It's like, no one cares about your titties, Eric. But anyway, so
It was fine.
So,
So I was like, all right. So we're driving by, and she's and every time we pass by a gym and the Pokestop, she's like, "Fuck, I can't get it." I was like, "Yeah, you ain't gonna get shit right now because I'm driving way too fast. Yeah, we're on the highway." And she's like, "Okay." I was like, "Put your phone down, let it charge." I told her before we left, "Leave your phone alone, let it charge." But she kept on using it. She was only like at 20% the whole fucking time. Luckily, I had a second charger for her type of phone, and she just had kept it on there. And I was like, "This fucking bullshit." I told her.
She needs to watch
Yeah.
YouTube.
So then, as we're going, I was like, "You want to eat pho?" She's like, "What's pho? I never had it." It's like, it's Asian soup. And she's like, "I'm down." I was like, "Yeah, me too." And we get there, and I was like, "Fuck, I gotta take a piss." So we stop by Starbucks and Barnes and Nobles. We go into the restroom. She's like, "I'm gonna go to the restroom, hang out right here, catch the Pokemon that show up here, because Starbucks is a Pokestop, and it had a lure, so Pokemon were bound to pop up." And she's like, "Okay, cool." I go, take a piss, come back out. She was like, I was tapping the shit out of that fucking table over there. I was like, "Why?" She's like, "I got bored because the Pokemon stop is too far and I can't reach the Pokemon." I was like, "Dog, if you see the Pokemon, you can catch him." She's like, "Oh, word." And I was like, "Dog, come on." She's like, "Yeah, you right." She's like, "Just tapping the shit out of the fucking books." It's like, "Did anybody look at you weird?" She's like, "Nah." I was like, "Cool, let's bounce." So we took off. And I was like, you know what? Pho's kind of heavy. I'm running short on time. When I went to the restroom, my mom's like, "Where the fuck are you? Juan Diego's ready. Fucking time to go to Kings, go to wrestling." And I was like, "Shut the fuck up. I'm almost I'm almost done. I'm in the restroom. I'll be right there." She's like, "Well, hurry up." And I was like, "All right." And I go, well, "It's too late for pho now. I'm fucked. I'm pho." I go, "You know what? We could get."
I believe your fucking daddy.
And I go, "We could go to fucking Chick-fil-A." And she's like, "Dad, Chick-fil-A."
It's
She's like,
Sunday,
she's like, "Can we get fucking waffle fries?" And I was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "You know what? I forgot Chick-fil-A's closed on Sundays." But luckily I was just like, "You know what? Chick-fil-A is probably going to be stupid busy. And it's fast, but not going to be fast enough." I was like, "We can't get Chick-fil-A right now. Let's just leave. We'll get McDonald's or something." I called my mom back. I was like, "I know Juan was ready. Did everybody else at the house eat so I could get food right now?" She's like, "I cooked food." And I was like, "Did anybody else want anything from McDonald's? Because I know even you want McDonald's." She's like, "I mean, if you want to bring McDonald's, you can." And I was like, "I fucking know it." I was like,
Is that crackly sprinkle, Bubba?
"Yeah." I go, she cooked, but nobody wants to eat her cooking because, one, it's too fucking hot. Two, McDonald's is the alternative. So I was like, all right, fuck it. I wanted something to drink. So I got a Red Flash. I bought the fucking regular Spurs pack now that the Spurs started again. Yeah. And took it there, ate some things. The girls came and they're like, "Damn, McDonald's." And I was like, "Hey, you know what? Fucking grab a plate, serve yourself the shit that grandma made, and then serve yourself some fucking McDonald's. You eating everything." And they're like, "Can we do that?" And grandma's like, "Yeah." And then the little one's like, "I want a burger. I don't want anything else." Or she came in and my mom's like, "You want guisada, rice and beans?" And that sounds fucking awesome, right? Mm-hmm. She's like, "Yeah." She's like, because she told me, she's like, "Watch, she's gonna come in here and she's gonna be like, 'Nah, I don't want none of that shit.'" She came in here and she's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "That's what I thought. Get a plate." She's like, "I also want a burger. You want this burger?" She's like, "Yeah." "No, unless you give grandma kisses." And she goes and she gives it the quickest. Mom was like, "I had to buy my kisses." I was like, "Hey, that's how it works." So anyways, we're running late. I get to the fucking AT&T Center. Parking was a bitch. But I found it.
Packed.
Not as packed as you would think.
No.
Nah, it was pretty simple. I got there, $20 to park at the AT&T Center. I find the guy. I walk to where he's at so I could get the tickets. Say thanks. Go in there. And by the time, I think the first match already started. It was like the New Day, right? It's the ones with Booker T's in them.
Yeah, Fucking asshole. It was it was a pre-show. So yeah.
Dude, I did not know wrestling went up for like 5 to 6 hours of event.
On special
When
events.
we used to go with my pops, it was like maybe 2-3 hours tops.
No, Royal Rumble was still pretty.
The Royal Rumble was 3 hours tops when we used to go.
Maybe. But anyways.
So you missed the opening. You missed the pre-show match. That's
We
fine.
missed the pre-show match, and I was like, "Fine, fuck it. I don't care about them. Whatever." We're trying to find.
Nakamura.
I thought Shinsuke was gonna be there, but he's not.
No.
He wasn't. So we go, and I go to Juan Diego. You want to buy your shirt now, or do you want to buy it later? He's like, "Let's go right now." Picks out that fucking. It says, I forgot what, but it says "Burn It All." It's the Seth Rollins. I was like, "Burn whatever." Yes, because I don't know it. Like I'm in and out in wrestling.
I know, and that's
right.
why I'm just throwing a little corrections.
And I saw some cool shirts that I want, but I can't fit into them. Like there was this one. I don't know whose slogan is "Immune to Fear." Is that Braun Strowman?
Immune to fear.
Yeah.
That one I don't know.
It was like a purple and green one. It had kind of like a ICP type of feel to it. Like there was a face, but it was like
No, that's the Jeff Hardy. It's Jeff Hardy.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Purple and green? Oh, would have been nice to get it.
Jeff Hardy is the dude.
So, here's the best part. This is where I liked it. We got there. We just missed the end of the tag team match, the pre-show. We go in there. Fucking everything's going off. Boom. Fucking it's great. Yeah. First match was they bring out the fucking cell, and it's fucking Jeff Hardy versus Randy Orton.
Yeah. Ooh, that's actually a good match.
It was a great match. What I hated was behind me was a girl, and I don't know if it was her dad or her dude. I couldn't tell the age difference with this girl because she had a petite frame, cute face. She could get it. You know what I'm saying? But in front of me was 3 dudes, and every time the people came in, they would stand up, and I'd be like, I don't want to be a dick. They're a little bit higher so they could see past the dudes. But if I stand up, I get in their way. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to be cool. I try to look over the dude's side butt, and I'm like, I'm just going to wait till they sit down. I don't have to see them come in. I've seen it fucking plenty of times. And when he was enjoying himself, he's like, yeah, he can't see past the dudes either, but he's just chilling. And I was like...
Is the atmosphere?
Yeah. And that first match, fucking great.
Okay.
Jeff Hardy went hard. And spoilers, he got hurt apparently bad. Cause
his brother just retired.
Yeah, because I was just like, bring out the tables. Jeff Hardy did what Jeff Hardy does best. Did the Swanton Bomb, brought out some tables, brought out some chairs, brought out some ladders. And I was like, that's his bread and butter, baby. He climbed the top of the ladder, the biggest 12-foot ladder. He got to the fucking, he hung off the cage, and he kind of like shimmied his way to the top where he laid out Randy Orton on top of a table, and I was like, oh, this is going to be fucking good. Either he's going to do a backflip, or he's just going to let himself fall. And I saw him swing, and I was like, oh, it's going to be a backflip. And I think I got it on video. I was like, fuck it, I don't care. I'm going to record this, even though they say at the beginning, it's like, you can't record. Oh, the main thing, I got pissed, because we were running late. I got off, got the tickets, went through the door, lost my fucking knife, because... You can't have a knife in there. Yeah, I had it in my pocket.
My expensive Carol knife?
It was the good knife. And I saw the motherfucking security guard put it in his pocket. And he looked at me like... And I was like, you better enjoy it, motherfucker.
That was an expensive
It was
knife.
a good, sharp knife. I love that knife. It was good.
Yeah, I remember when I bought it, I was like, I gave it to him. I was like, hey, you need a sharp knife? I had bought it in 3 knives.
It was a Crenshaw. Crenshaw?
It's a Crenshaw.
Yeah.
It was 3 knives in a bundle. And I go, hey, you need a knife? Because there was like super sharp brand name shit.
Okay.
You lost that knife, huh?
Yeah, I forgot, and I was like, fuck! And I was like, maybe I could put it outside the AT&T Center, hide it somewhere. But I was like, I can't hide this. There's too many fucking people, and half of them are ghetto West Siders. So I was like, fuck! And he's like, you either have to toss it or go back. And I was like, I can't go back. I parked kind of far from there. I was already breathing hard and sweating from back there. And I can't leave Juan Diego alone, and I can't make him go do that thing. I was like, fuck it.
Well, it's just a knife at the end of the day.
Yeah, I was like, fuck it.
Which is funny. They tell you that you can't record.
They don't tell us. They tell us that, but WWE has a little fucking piece of paper printed out and they put it on top in the front door that says, "This event is sponsored by WWE. Fucking any recording or pictures taken while the thing is not allowed," or something like that. But everybody fucking brings it out. They're like, "Fuck you."
People were live streaming on Facebook.
Exactly. They didn't want live streaming either.
Yeah.
But fuck them. How are they gonna stop them? Yeah. I know back then they didn't mind it because people could take pictures and you see the flashes everywhere. But it took you a fucking week or 2 days to fucking be able to develop the film.
Anyway,
Hardy match, great. Fucking the second one after that was
doesn't matter.
Forgot.
So why go ahead.
I have the card right here. It's Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair.
Oh yeah, Becky Lynch. Oh my god, she's too fucking sexy. Charlotte had no backing whatsoever. Like everybody wanted Becky to win, and
loves Becky, yeah.
Becky was just redheads. San Antonio redheads, they love them. As soon as she came out, everybody's like Becky. Fucking, she's trying to do whatever. I was like, hey, she's gonna win it.
Becky
Sweet.
with good hair.
So I saw that. That one was a great match too.
Yeah, it was a good one.
Third match was, I believe, the tag team with Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins against Ziggler, and I forgot the other. I don't even know the dude.
McIntyre.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one was pretty good.
That was good.
It was decent.
I like
Enjoyed it. And the problem with that was, the end of Becky Lynch. Juan Diego had to go restroom.
Of course.
So I took him to the restroom, pooped, cleaned him up. Fucking, we got there just to the beginning of fucking. I missed the entrance of McIntyre and Ziggler, but we got there to fucking see Ambrose and Seth Rollins come in. I was like, all right, I ain't mad. Fucking. We get there, we buy the commemorative cups because I know as soon as those cups are gonna go gone.
Yeah.
So I got one for him, one for me, and I go, "Do you want anything else?" He's like, "Popcorn." I buy a little small popcorn because it's inconvenient to carry the big one.
Yeah.
We sit down, we start eating. He's just like coughing like a motherfucker. I go,
can't eat popcorn
I was like, "Do you want popcorn?" He's like, "Nah, I can't eat popcorn." I was like, "Bitch, why'd you make me buy the fucking popcorn?" So I eat the popcorn, salty as fuck. No, I mean I don't like it, but I'll eat it. I'd rather have nachos or a hot dog. So I bought me nachos later on the day.
Okay.
I can't eat popcorn no more.
Yeah.
I had the same thing get stuck in my throat.
I don't care. Fuck my throat. I don't need it.
Okay, so you watched the match.
So that match happened.
Yeah.
What was after that one?
Next up, AJ Styles and Samoa Joe for the WWE Championship.
So then, as soon as the Seth Rollins was finished, Juan Diego had to go to the restroom again.
Okay.
And I was like, cool. No, wait. I don't know what the fuck happened. Oh, no, that's right. That one finishes, and I get a cramp in my leg. So I'm like, hey, Juan Diego, stay here. I'm going to go outside. So to walk off the cramp, because I felt it when I got up, and when I tried to sit down, it hit, and I was like, nope. So I start walking up the thing, and it's just hurting like a mean son of a bitch. And I go outside. This is a lot of salt.
Yeah.
I haven't eaten that much salt in a while. So I'm fucking mad. I was like, fuck, I'm missing this fucking AJ Styles and Samoa thing. So I buy trinkets. Either I bought them for my nieces, me or Juan Diego, or for you or Tony. It's just a bunch of small stuff.
Okay.
And I'm just there just like, oh my God, just fucking go away. I'm limping fucking everywhere. And they're like, you all right? I was like, yeah, I just cramped up. And they're like, oh, okay, that sucks, bro. I was like, yeah. Go in there, see the ending of the Samoa and AJ Styles, which was a great fucking match, and it ended in controversy. Yeah. I was like, you know what? First I was like, fuck Samoa Joe. It's all about Styles. Styles, it's in his name. He's great. Samoa Joe, he is very athletic for being a fat dude.
Samoa Joe, bro.
I was just like, man, I feel bad for booing him.
Yeah.
I feel bad for booing him. Like, that nigga was pulling out shit that a fat dude shouldn't.
Oh,
even the guy behind me goes, God damn, he's quick for a fat dude. Like, he ducked this thing and he fucking kicked out the leg out of AJ's in one of those moves. I was like, cool, great.
So your cramp's gone.
My cramp's gone. I enjoyed enjoyed that one, right? Fucking the Ronda Rousey matches right after that.
No, it's the Miz and Marie's.
And right. That one was good too. Fucking hated the Miz and his wife because they play good heels, which they do.
Yeah.
And
but she's retired too, right?
I don't know.
Something happened with the Miz that.
No. Yeah, no, they're there.
I know Matt Hardy retired yesterday. Anyway, so.
Yeah. And I got pissed at the ending of that one, but that's just because they're good heels. Fucking everyone was yesing all over the fucking
Their
place.
chicken shit heels, they got the win.
Yeah.
They got the heel win with the tights pulling.
Yeah.
And the schoolboy roll up. So yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
But that's what it is.
It was. And I was just like, man, fuck that. They got robbed. Everybody was like, booze all over, right? For the Miz.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck them. And then we just started and then they fucking, Daniel Bryan and Bella, at the end of the thing, fucking ended up kissing in the middle of the ring. And everybody's like, yes. And I was like, are they gonna fuck? Because I'd watch that.
It's like, I know this.
Anyways, after that, it was the Ronda Rousey and Alexa Bliss.
Ronda Rousey was here?
Yeah.
I should've gone.
And I was like, cool. I hate Alexa Bliss. And I was like, man, it's going to be a quick match. Should be.
Hey, fuck you, buddy.
Come on, man. She's not good. She runs a lot.
I know.
But Ronda's
a
better.
fucking chicken
She, I know. And I was like, cool. The bad thing is,
She's
she could get it. Like,
Ronda Rousey's
she
real deal.
she ain't never gonna want it.
Please, she does drugs. I know she does drugs because she's in wrestling. All I got to do is bring out a good old fucking vial of that crystal meth, baby. Meth to coke. And I'm pretty sure her black chick friend, I forgot what her name is,
Jackie?
and the other bitch would be like down to fuck with a little bit of cocaine.
One of if you're talking about Mickey James, she did do porn for a bit.
Exactly. The white one? Because there's the black one.
That's Alicia Fox.
Okay, that's female Booker T.
Anyway, so
So the beginning of and I think Ronda Rousey's lesbian now. She's with the heart chick, right?
Just because they have a girl with it doesn't mean they're lesbians.
Dude,
what girls can't attack you?
no,
Ronda
the
Rousey's married.
That's fine.
To a dude.
That's fine. That's a nice beard. Why would she join wrestling? Maybe she's dating her on the side. She's like, you know what, babe? We can fucking work this out. If you get into wrestling, you'll be bigger than you were in UFC. You don't have to get hit for reals, and we could be together. And she's like, you know what, babe? That sounds great. Let's do that.
You're adding all this fan fiction.
Like,
That's
babe,
fine. That's what they ever do. Tell me if I'm wrong. In the comments, tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me you wouldn't see that.
Right.
babe, I
Because
met someone in the ring.
The interaction they have with each other, I was just like, man, it's borderline gay. The only problem is I didn't get to see that whole fucking match because Juan Diego decides to go to the restroom again. He's like, I gotta go pee. And I was like, cool. He fucking takes off, and I just barely got nachos. I started eating them, and he's like, oh, I gotta go. And I was like, fuck, I can't leave him by himself. And I go, either he could get kidnapped, get raped, or get molested, or get lost. Main thing is he'll probably get lost.
Yeah.
And I can't deal with that.
A lot of those shits actually happen in those
Yeah, I know.
situations.
I've been seeing a lot of those Chinese videos here.
Yeah,
But so I was like, you know what? I fucking tuck my nachos on the bottom of the floor, and I was like, I'm gonna have to eat these fucking floor nachos later.
Okay.
And I grabbed the bag of stuff because I was sitting next to some black people, even though they weren't too into the fucking thing. I was like, you never know. So, and that's not even because of them. It's because of the greedy fucking white people I see around them. And I was like,
first, you don't leave your shit at any of it.
exactly.
Ever.
I know, but still,
But
you know, I want to say,
knows, like, don't leave your shit there. But
Yes.
you're like those black people right there.
You gotta speak up
Yes.
racist
information.
Yeah.
I had to paint the picture, baby. Because I knew my nachos were probably going to leave because that black kid looked hungry.
Alright, so
Because he got chicken tenders. I knew he got chicken tenders because I could smell them. And I looked over and I was like, oh, that's good.
Here's the
chicken
thing,
tenders.
though. Why don't you take your nachos with you, eat them outside the restaurant while you eat your little brothers inside the restaurant?
Because I couldn't carry both things. I was like, I can't carry the bag and I can't carry the nachos and eat it.
Don't do so much.
It's a big fucking,
Anyway,
nacho
so he goes
thing.
to the restaurant, he comes back.
Right?
What's up?
No, so we go to the restroom and he's like, I gotta pee.
Uh-huh.
And he's finished peeing. Like, I could tell that he's finished peeing. He's just hanging out there. And I was like, if you're trying to poop, don't push it. And he's like, nah, I'm just peeing. And I was like, cool. So he does this thing where he takes too much paper and he takes too long. And I'm like, bro, buddy, we're going to miss the fucking end of the match. And he's like, he gets a little bit pissed with me. And I was like, let's go, though.
He's like, it's
You know?
just Ronda Rousey. We know she wins.
Yeah. So we go over there and we catch the tail end where she does the flip over to fucking get her in the armbar and fucking as soon as she barely gets in there, Alexa Bliss just taps out like a little bitch. I was like, cool, Ronda Rousey, big surprise. She won. And I think that after that it was the last one, right?
After that, yes, it was the last match. It was Roman Reigns versus Braun Strowman.
So Roman can tell you that Roman Reigns ain't a good fucking wrestler.
Yeah, he's not very. He's your standard big man. He has his moments where he has like some okay matches, but most of all, he's just like below the bar.
And Braun Strowman.
But he's The Rock's cousin.
Shut the fuck
No,
up.
and Braun Strowman. I like him.
Yeah,
He's a beast, but I know that him being a beast is all he has to offer. He's a slow mover, big dude, big moves. That's it.
Yeah.
They have no fucking reason to be in Hell in a Cell. Hell in a Cell is for Matt Hardy's, Mick Foley's, Undertaker's, Triple H's, and Shawn Michaels. The ones who are willing to risk it to get the biscuit.
The showmanship of people.
Yes. These guys are not that.
They're not showmanship?
No.
Well, okay. Just to like let you know, like the Hell in a Cell. Like the Hell in a Cell is only brought in. Okay, well, back in the day when it was first done, it was just to like be like, it's Hell in a Cell. Like, you are not getting out of this thing. It's supposed to be a storyline. Like, the heel always fucking takes a powder, which is where they just leave or you know what have you. This is to prevent that from happening. They're supposed to have like a real match, and
no way out.
Exactly, no way out. You can
get the beating you need.
Exactly, it's just about fucking blood feud, right? With that storyline with Braun Strowman and Roman Reigns, it's kind of like, oh, the Shield are protecting Roman Reigns to be champion, which is fine. That's what that's supposed to do, but that's not a face thing. That's a heel thing. So already they're trying to like have their cake and eat it too there. And then Braun Strowman, who's supposed to be the heel, is by far the baby face because everybody's rooting for him, right?
Yeah.
So there's no reason for the Hell in a Cell just at all.
Yeah.
And again, it can be a gimmick sometimes. But go on.
So as I'm seeing this, fucking Strowman comes in first because he's the challenger. Everybody's like, ooh, right? And then he's just fucking flexing. And as soon as he raises his hands, you just hear a crowd go, ooh, they're with him. They fucking love him.
Take our spiritual power.
I'm digging them, dude. I was like, catch these hands or get these hands is his fucking thing, right? I bought a chain that says that and has 2 arms and it says get these hands. I was like, hell yeah, boy. Come get these hands. 12. And then Roman Reigns comes out.
Like 7, but I keep them clean.
Then Roman Reigns comes out, right? And you hear the same sound except it's all boo. I was like, there is no way anybody can hate a fucking champion this much who's supposed to be a face. Yeah. You know?
He's a good guy. Come on.
He's supposed to be, but he does not act it at all.
Yeah.
Come
and
on.
So everybody's like, boo. And when they'll get scared because the girl behind me, she's like, woo, Roman. And I was like, at that moment, I thought of something I could say here, which is, girls that like Roman Reigns are the same type that take their boyfriends that beat them after every fucking fight. Like, she has no self-respect. Like, I'm pretty sure if I bring out $20, I can nail her. But I couldn't tell how old she was.
Don't
and I was like,
me?
dumb bitches are like, he loves me. He's with me because he loves me. And that nigga has like 3 or 4 side chicks.
Oh, what was that?
That's the type of girl that likes Roman Reigns.
You don't know him like I know him.
That's material that I worked on just to see if I could get that type of laugh. And it worked.
I
Right.
hear that. You don't know him like I know him.
So this match starts off, and it's all right. They get some tables. Fucking Strowman's taking some beatings from fucking Roman that he shouldn't be taking if he was actually a face. Like, he brings out a fucking kendo stick and he's just whacking the fuck out of him on the side. Fucking Strowman,
Where
fucking
did he get a kendo stick
from underneath the ring. You don't know what's underneath the ring.
Yeah, everything's underneath the ring.
Oh, dude, there was. Let me cut off real quick. There was this one part in the fucking Jeff Hardy one that everybody went like, "Oh my fucking god!" And that's when fucking Randy Orton, like the heel that he is, goes to fucking Jeff Hardy, pulls out a screwdriver. I was like, is he gonna hit him with the handle? Nah, he fucking sticks that screwdriver in his fucking earlobe because he has gaps, and he starts twisting the shit out of that. So you just see exactly. Everybody's like, what the fuck? After they were done with that, it's like, holy shit.
What a piece of shit.
Yeah, dude, it was fucking bad.
Who does that? I'll twist your earlobe.
That's a heel.
Yeah, dude. And the funny thing is when Jeff Hardy hurt himself, fucking Randy Orton's like, I gotta tap him. I gotta fucking pin him, and the ref's like, no, dude, this fucking over. This dude's hurt. He's like, dude, we gotta end it like somehow, right? That's showmanship, finishing the thing. With with Roman Reigns and fucking
All right,
Strowman.
Hold on. Hold that thought. You got worked.
Huh?
You got worked.
Jeff
What do you mean?
Hardy's not hurtful.
Jeff Hardy's not.
Yeah, I know. Obviously, it wasn't, but that shit looked hard. Like at the same time, like I'm pretty sure, like he maybe fractured or something his arm.
He's hurt.
He's hurt, but not like hurt.
But
I know that.
It's not. Yeah,
I
I was like, you got worse.
I know that, but at the moment you're just like, oh fuck,
yeah,
and
in
it's
the
fucking
moment,
great.
yeah.
That's how you sell it, right?
Get up, Jeff. Come on, not like this, Jeff. Oh shit, you gonna
That is the vast difference. That was the first match. The last match, shit, fucking Roman Reigns. All he has is super punch. That nigga should not pull out 5 fucking super punches.
What
on
makes
one.
it stupid is he cocks it.
Yeah, he cocks it and then he
It's
slams
a
the floor. Like I get it.
It's
No, he's
it's
like
a fist.
Superman.
It's a
He
shotgun.
cocks it and I saw like 7 Superman punches in that one thing.
That's the biggest problem with it. It's just he has fucking 4 moves, 5 moves, just like John Cena. But at least John Cena is like a showman and like makes it work.
Exactly.
John Cena has the charisma.
He can hit it. He can hit different things from like different places,
Yeah.
sort of, or he can set it up better. Fucking this guy cocks it, boom, and then out of nowhere he's like, "Oh, what do I do? Boom!" And I was like, "Oh my god, it got so bad."
Getting up.
Exactly.
My shotgun.
It got so bad. Like I saw him get chokeslammed twice, and I was like, "That's not enough, baby. You got to do a powerbomb." He fucking got powerbombed. I like that. I was like, Strowman, fucking ended, bro. And somehow, fucking the 6 or 7 rapidly fucking Superman punches was enough. They were both laying down on the ground. You know your shit when you're laying down. No, when you're laying down on the ground, and then you have the Strowman's Dogs of War come out, which is Ziegler and whatever the other guy's name is.
Sorry.
And, they're trying to get in. And then fucking I was like, oh, this is going bad when they had to bring in those other 2 people. And then here comes the rest of the Shield. Ambrose and fucking whatever.
The group gang thing.
Yeah. They didn't even get to get in the inside. They were fighting each other in the outside. And as they were fighting each other, everybody was focused on that. I was looking at the string and I saw these 2 just laying down. I was like, oh, come on, guys. Really? Are you fucking really just...
Yeah, they're gassed, man.
I guess. And I was like, this is bullshit. I was like, they can try and finish it. So, the ones that actually did good in the cell was fucking the other 4. Because fucking Ziggler climbs the top of the fucking cage. They all climb the top of the cage. And you're just like, oh shit. Like, as I'm recording this, I'm like, fuck, dude, I might see someone die. I expect the same thing that I saw with Foley and Undertaker. Even Foley was like, I hope they know what they're doing because that's a lot of people. I was like, I want to see the cage break. I hear the guy behind me was like, dude, I hope the cage breaks. I was like, right? I saw him clear out the tables for the commentators thing. I was like, okay, if they're not going to do that, I know they're going to take the fall.
Yeah.
Someone's going to like, either they're going to fall from the top of the thing
Yeah.
or mid-range, safe distance. I was like, I seen Shane do it, except Shane had more balls and he fucking did it from the top of the fucking cage. That's what you expect to see on a cage match.
Yeah.
And that's the main fucking people that you want to see it. Not the fucking help. The help, and then fucking Ambrose and the other guy were just laying on the top. Ziegler and Seth go to the thing. They take the fall. You hear the loud "cool" when you're like, oh fuck. I didn't get that on film though. And I was like, I was like, cool. And then I go, this is real shit when they had the fucking special guest or the appearance of fucking Brock Lesnar come in. People were happy to see that. Because you know what he did? He fucking did shit that would end the fucking fight. He got in there, picked up the 2 lifeless dudes, fucking gave him the F5. Both of them. He was going to slam one onto the fucking gate. And I was like, do that.
He's like, hey, man, we need
Exactly. He's like, dude, these guys suck. Can you try and do something? He did F5s, and then he just left. I was just like, wow, this is shit. And that's how it ended. You know how fucking mad I was? I spent like $3 on these tickets. And there was no fucking winner at the end. They just called it off. They're like,
There was a no contest.
Ziegler and Rollins are fucking out. Fucking the other two are on just laying down on the top, and they're just talking to the. You could see them talking to each other. It's like, hey man, how's it going? It's like, I don't know, dude. Let's just wait for a little bit longer. Let's pretend like we're hurt. They climb down the fucking thing. They're like, oh.
Hey man, San Antonio's a nice city, right? Yeah,
I was like, man, this is fucking
though.
bullshit. This is they were like, I was like, Strowman, get up, just fucking. Yeah, at least a fucking hand on the chest.
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
Man.
I was just like, this is fucking No, I wanted a fucking ending. I didn't want this fucking no contest shit.
It's a fuck finish.
You've never. That's like getting teased and then watching the chick go fuck some other dude while you just there, just like, what do I do?
That's what they call a fuck finish.
Exactly, dude. Everybody fucking booed. Like, it was just. Boo!
The thing is, like, they want people to boo Strowman. Like, that's what this whole.
I
thing
booed
is
the
about.
fuck out of fucking Roman, dude. I was like, God damn that guy. I was like, this is fucking bullshit. What kind of ending is this to a fucking thing?
I can imagine.
And then,
I can imagine Eric stuck in traffic. It's like,
and then,
fucking Roman Reigns making this traffic.
and then at the end of the thing, I was just like, okay, whatever. Get those fucking useless guys out of there, and just fucking bring out a second match. Bring out a late match. Like, oh, thanks for watching.
Yeah.
Fucking, we're gonna give you another match.
Yeah, dark match.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I thought that's what I expected because, that's what I seen with Raw and SmackDown. And I was like, cool. Nothing. They're like, that was it for WWE, guys. Thank you and drive safe. I was like, you fucking kidding me, dog. As I walked out, I heard a bunch of people like, fuck this shit. Fuck Roman.
That's what they want.
Fuck Roman. No, they were like, fuck Roman.
Yeah, that's what they want. That's
nobody
what
wants to. I was just like, man, it's bullshit. I was like,
no, it's not. It's really not.
Yeah.
But
it was shit, and I was pissed. And the only cool thing about it is Juan Diego was talking up the ladies. He talked up the dumb bitch that likes her dudes beating her. And then as we were walking out, there was this other hot chick with this guy who kind of looked like John Cena. Because he had like he had a John Cena shirt and he had a wristband and a hat. And I was like, oh, okay, I get it, dude. Except he wasn't really buff. He was just kind of like fat. Not like fat, but thin. You know, like he tried to work out.
I got you.
And, when it was like, hey, and he was talking to her sweet, and she's like, oh, you like it? He's like, yeah, it's alright. Like, did you like it? She's like, yeah, hey, whatever. The guy fucking ended up giving Juan Diego his wristband that he had on him, the fucking You Can't See Me one.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, man, you don't have to do that. But Juan Diego, say thank you. He's like, yeah. The only thing that made it better is
that's the girl in the ass. Like,
yeah, she's like, well, bye. And he's like, bye. Name's Eric. And she goes, my name's Swan. She's like, hey, bye. And he goes to the guy. I was like, say bye to the guy. He's like, do I really have to? I was like, yeah. He's like, thanks, man. High five. And the only thing that made it better is I fucking put on Pokemon Go. There was a Dratini. I was like, fuck yes. For a moment, I was pissed because my bag was full of Pokemon. I was like, God damn it. So I got rid of something, picked up the thing, picked up that one fucking research thing I had since Arizona, which was Catch a Dragon type. You know what the fucking Pokemon was that you get from there? A Dratini. I was like, whatever. I fucking got it either way. And, the traffic was bad. I went the wrong way because they have cones. And I was following the cones. But people were trying to swerve through them, and I was like, "This fucking bullshit." I ended up going the long way around. Then I had to put gas, and I was just like, "Fuck this."
You know what? Blame Roman Reigns.
Yeah, dude. Blame Roman and the Reigns. Back in Africa.
Wow, that was a long rant just to say, fuck Roman Reigns.
I could have just told you that for the main event it sucked, but I wanted to give you a step-by-step of each thing, man.
Nah, you just had that anger in your bubble.
I did. It was
in this podcast,
it was burning it down.
just like Roman let out the anger of you fucking watching Destiny videos and shit. I let out the anger of fucking just hate.
We told you it was a rage-filled fucking episode, bro. I was just like,
fucking like dumb shit though.
Yeah, of course.
To really get mad about.
Yeah.
Personal problems, but
I mean,
sure.
it's like nobody fucking cares about Florence and the hurricane. Fuck that shit.
He looks better.
Yeah,
I spent $300 on fucking tickets to try and see a fucking finish between these big ass motherfuckers, and what do I get? Nothing. A cock tease and a spit in the eye.
But whatever. Roman feels better. You feel better. I feel better.
I'm I'm hungry.
Shit up.
I am hungry.
I just want to thank everybody if we've lasted this long.
Yes.
Thank you for listening to, I forgot what number episode this is.
109.
109. I have been your host, and I'm here with...
Roman.
Oh, wait, I've been your host, Tony. And I'm here with...
Roman.
And
Your boy Eric.
Hate that boy. Like
Hate Roman Reigns. That's who I hate. God damn it. Fuck him.
you know what? Fucking hate the world.
And like we say at the end of every episode.
Bye.
Bye.
Die
Fuck
Roman
Roman
Reigns.
Reigns.